Hello everybody, it's me, Elliott from ETJ English, and Bruce. You can't really see him, but he's just here. Anyway, welcome to this lesson, this British English, British pronunciation, but also general English lesson. Today we're covering words and things in the English language which are kind of confusing. Everything to do with words that's annoying, that needs to be fixed, for both natives and non-natives. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if quite a lot of natives watch this lesson as well, because a lot of these mistakes are made by natives. Without further ado, let's get started and let's talk about our first word, which is infamous. Infamous. Yes, that is how we pronounce this word. Now, many of my students who've joined my course, whenever I've shown them this word, they seem to think that it could be infamous. Infamous, because obviously we have the word famous. However, we do break this word down a little bit, and it's actually easier to pronounce it this way, infamous. Now, the nice thing about this is it's very good for your schwa practice. Now remember, the schwa sound is the most common sound in British English. So infamous. It's happening twice, and it's a great word to practice this sound, obviously, because it happens twice. So practice with me, infamous. And don't forget the stress is on the first syllable here, infamous. The other problem with this word is lots of people think that it means to be very famous, okay, or just generally to be famous, but you just put the word in front of it. But the truth is, this actually means to be famous, but for all of the wrong reasons. So maybe somebody who's done something really bad, someone naughty, and they are famous. They're in the public eye, everybody knows who they are, and they would maybe consider themselves to be a celebrity. But perhaps it's because they did something wrong. Maybe they're a scammer. They scammed people, made people lose their money. There could be a number of reasons why this person is infamous. A place can be infamous for hauntings or something like that, okay? Next, these two words. Yes, some people think it's inshore and ensure. Maybe one is pronounced with an I and one is pronounced with an E. Let me quickly fix this problem for you if you're unsure. They are both pronounced exactly the same. Exactly the same. Insure and insure. They both have the same stress, they both have the same sounds, the same pronunciation. Everything is exactly the same. The only thing that is different is the meaning. You put an I in front, and that would be, for example, to insure your car, to compensate for any loss or damage or injury to something. Basically, to protect something, to insure something. But also, you need to ensure your safety, for example, with an E. We want to say ensure, but it's insure. And this would be to make sure, to be sure, to make something become certain. So for example, I ensure you that I am okay, meaning I will make you very certain and very sure that I am okay. Okay? I ensure you that I'm okay. I ensure you that the insurance policy you have chosen is perfect. And again, we have two words which are pronounced the same. Inquire and inquire. Both have the same sounds, both have the same stressed syllable, quire. We have a really nice ire. So I, like in goodbye, I, and then we're finishing with a nice schwa sound. Ire. So just relax your mouth at the end. Okay, so inquire. So traditionally, with an E, it means just to ask. Whereas with an I, traditionally, it's more for formal investigations. In the UK, they're used interchangeably, really, in modern English. We use both of them for kind of the same reason, so it doesn't matter too much. Don't worry if you've sent that email and you've put it with an E instead of an I, or an I instead of an E. Don't worry, you haven't messed up. It's fine. We use them interchangeably. However, with an I, it definitely is more common to use it for a formal investigation. Okay, so do be aware of that. Now the next one, you might think they're pronounced the same, but actually they are different. Emigrate and immigrate. At the beginning, like in Elliott, tongue in the middle of the mouth pushed forward, spread your cheeks slightly. And the other one is with an I sound. Lift your tongue up slightly, not too high, just around the sharp edge of your top teeth, and I, immigrate, immigrate. So we have emigrate, immigrate. When you leave your country to permanently live in another country, when you leave, that is to emigrate. Immigrate, with an I, is when you arrive in another country to live there permanently. So for example, I emigrated from the UK 10 years ago. But I could say, I immigrated to Australia. Emigrate when you're talking about leaving your country, and immigrate to talk about arriving in a new country and beginning that new life. So once you've passed the border, essentially, it becomes immigrate. Just like when you arrive at the airport and you have to go through immigration. It's not emigration, it's immigration. That's because you've already done the emigrating, you are now in immigration. A great way to remember this is that emigrate is like saying exit, and it begins with an E. And immigrate means to come in, okay? Come in. So it begins with an I. That's one way you could remember it, or you could remember it alphabetically. E comes before I in the alphabet, and emigrate, E, is the first part, the leaving, and immigrate, I, which comes after E in the alphabet, that's the final bit, the second bit, which is arriving and beginning your new life. Emigrate, immigrate. Finally, I just wanted to talk about the difference between good and well. We're not going to go into the grammar side of it. I don't really teach grammar, I'm a pronunciation teacher. But when it comes to grammar, I mean, technically it's wrong to say, I'm good. You know, when someone says, how are you? You say, yeah, I'm good, thanks. So it's not incorrect to say, I feel good. But it is technically incorrect to say, I'm good. Because it doesn't really make sense when you look at things grammatically. But we love to break rules in spoken English. That's just how it works. Embrace it. Now I think if natives can use it and get away with it, then why can't you? Just because you're a non-native speaker, does that mean you have to do everything correctly? No, if I'm going to say I'm good, then I think you can say it too. And I want you to understand that spoken English is spoken English is quite heavily based on rule breaking. We're breaking rules all of the time, and also the accent changes. So yes, you can say I'm good. Technically it's correct to actually say I'm well, but don't be afraid to say I'm good because everybody says it. Don't make English as scary as teachers in school make it, okay? Especially when you're speaking. Rules can be broken. So, if you liked what you saw today, you enjoyed the lesson, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, we can work together. You can become my student if you want to. We can talk every day through voice messaging on WhatsApp, which is a feature that's included when you join my course. You can join at etjenglish.com, and we can work on reducing your accent, working towards more of a British accent, and also improving some phrasal verbs, vocabulary, and I can just answer any questions you have for me whenever you want. So that's it. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers, guys. Bye.